everybody, and welcome to a new road travel on road channel. We will drive on a very nice national road on the east side of Munich on B304, and we have just left the outer ring of Munich. Here is access to direction Stuttgart and Nuremberg, and we are starting to drive on B304. B304 starts actually in Munich at the middle ring of Munich, but the first part of it is going through some suburbs of Munich. It's really long, maybe 10 kilometers, just suburbs, road going through the suburbs. So I decided not to film it and start the filming from the outer ring of Munich, because here is we'll go outside, we'll go in the countryside, and I think the landscapes and the views are much better on this part. The B304 is an alternative national road to the motorway A8 going from Munich to the Austrian border near Salzburg. So you can use it as an alternative to the motorway, but surely it will take longer. But if you want to experience the landscape here, it can be a good variant. Usually also the motorway has a lot of traffic congestion, so it can be that you don't lose too much time by driving here. We are now in Vaterstetten. The village of Vaterstetten is on the left. The national road goes on the edges of it, and there is a speed limit of 70 here and some traffic lights also. And we'll drive on this video up to Wasserburg am Inn, a very nice medieval town that you can visit on the way. The weather is perfect. It is announced to be one of the warmest days of the year. Temperatures of around 32 degrees are expected today. And I think also the view is perfect because there are no clouds. So it should be a great experience to drive here. Can't wait for it. Let's go. And we have now green light. There are some accesses to the village of Vaterstetten. That is on the left, like I said, and they are mostly with traffic lights. On the right there is a pretty big forest, and we are at an altitude of about 550. And the road will stay for the whole trip at altitudes between 450 in the Inn Valley near Wasserburg and 550, 570 I think. I think there is no point where it touches 600. And there are some very nice views of the mountains. The Alps are about 20 kilometers, 20-30 kilometers to the south of the road. And there is also some very nice countryside here on the east of Munich. So you go very fast from the big city to the countryside. We are already outside the contiguous inhabited area of Munich. The road has some bypasses of the villages around. The first one is the bypass of the village of Zorneding, which is on the left. And it's nice that they built here also a two-level interchange for it. So no traffic lights. They've done some improvements on the B304 to the Austrian border in the last 20 years. They've opened a few days ago a bypass for Aibling, a village that is between Wasserburg and Traunstein. Bypass of Traunstein was opened, I think, in 2012. Eberseberg Bypass also, I think, 2008. No, not sure about this one. And now we are at the intersection of to the state road 2081, on which you can drive to Aibling. Also very nice areas there. Aibling, also very good brewery. They have very good beer here in the area. And like I said, we are now on the bypass of Zorneding, which is on the left, the village. It's a quite modern bypass. It's just 1+1, but has two-level interchanges. Oh, that's very good. Traffic is free flowing until now, and I think there is a tractor in front of us. There are a lot of tractors and slow driving cars in Bavaria on 1+1 highways. I hope the traffic will be free flowing to Wasserburg. It's Friday afternoon. Usually it's going pretty good on this road, but you never know. We are still in holiday season. I still see. I think still three weeks of holidays here in Bavaria. Very difficult to overtake because of incoming traffic. But the tractor is driving at around 50 kilometers per hour. Now the village of Eglharting. It's a part of the bigger inhabited area of Kirchseeon. People are returning from work now, from Munich. A lot of people are living in these suburbs here. Many are commuting every day from here to Munich, from Kirchseeon. Even if there are also here some workplaces. But commuting is very extended here in the area around Munich. So Eglharting is a part of the town of Kirchseeon, the small town So small towns are called in German Markt. It's something between village and town, I think. And we are now on an underpass or the railway going from Munich to Salzburg. So Munich on the left, Salzburg on the right. That's the main railway. So the international trains from Munich to Wien are going over this railway. We are now entering Kirchseeon, as you see, marked Kirchseeon. It's a pretty long town on the national road. It has been built around the national road. I think it developed a lot in the last years, last 20-30 years. Many people cannot afford to live in Munich and are going to the suburbs because the rents are going crazy nowadays in Munich. And also, if you want to buy an apartment, it's almost impossible there. Here there is some traffic congestion from the people turning left, because if there is a lot of oncoming traffic, you have to wait. You are a source of traffic congestion behind you. And the tractor is still ahead of us. Don't know where he is going, but normally they should avoid driving long distances on national roads, because there are some other secondary roads going somehow parallel with the national road. I mean, they are allowed to drive here also, but it's still uncommon to see them drive more than 3 or 4 kilometers on a national road. And if they drive on national roads, they sometimes go in some parking areas and let the traffic go by. But he's not doing this. He's just not doing this. To drive here, but we managed to overpass. And from here it starts to get nicer. Some hills, some forests, nice countryside here on the east of Munich. I think there are some thoughts to build a bypass for Kirchseeon. I don't know in what stage the project is, Maybe if you know it, just let me a comment, just let me know. And I can smell the grass around. It's very nice, open area. There's a lot of agriculture going on here. They can cultivate also corn. Cattle. And from here on we are on the bypass of Eberseberg. The bypass of Eberseberg was very important piece of infrastructure. I think it was built around 2008, 2009, and it relieved the very nice town of Eberseberg from transit traffic. Eberseberg is a nice little town with about 12,000 inhabitants. It has a nice medieval city core, medieval town core. Some very nice buildings there. I think it was first mentioned in the 10th or 11th century, and the small town developed around an abbey that was built during that times. It's quite nice to see it in the center there, the historical town core. And the bypass road goes between Eberseberg and Grafing. So Eberseberg is on the left and Grafing is on the right. Grafing is also a town of about 13,000 inhabitants. It has also some nice buildings in the center. It's not so historical like Eberseberg, but still nice to see. So if you have time, do a detour to one of them or to both of them. And we are now on an underpass where the railway from Grafing to Eberseberg and Wasserburg goes. The secondary railway, but Grafing is a junction with the main railway between Munich and Salzburg, and the secondary railway. We have also traffic light at the intersection with the state road to Rosenheim. There's a state road 2080. It. And they are still on the bypass of Eberseberg. I don't know why they haven't built also a two-level interchange with the state road going to Rosenheim. We are going another time under the railway between Grafing and Wasserburg. is the end of the bypass of Eberseberg. Here is the end of it. Oh, it's an incoming phone call I have to take. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. They are now driving further, finish the bypass of Eberseberg, and we are going to Wasserburg. Parallel with the railway that also goes from Eberseberg to Wasserburg. Eberseberg is also the end point for the suburban railway from Munich. There are some suburban trains, S-Bahn, called in German, that are going from Munich to Eberseberg. So until Eberseberg there is an electrified railway, sorry. And after Eberseberg, the trains have to go on diesel. They don't have any electrified railways there. And we are entering now the village of Steinhöring. Small nice village here. At the center of it, the church, like always in Bavaria. And some nice houses also. A restaurant here on the right. Another one here. Usually a lot of restaurants in Bavarian countryside. The people are enjoying to go outside and eat and drink something. Here is another one. So at least three in such a small village. But they are having in the last year some problems because they don't find any people that want to take care of them, to administrate them. Some are having real problems because there is a hard work and you don't earn so much money, and that's why it's not so easy. Not many people want to do this. And that's why in the last year some restaurants are not surviving anymore. And naturally also this coronavirus crisis affected a lot the industry of gastronomy. I have a nice view of the mountains here on the right. gas there was pretty cheap. And we have about 13 kilometers until Wasserburg. Wasserburg, the destination for the trip, is a very nice medieval old town. The town is not so big, it has about 13,000 inhabitants I think, but it has a really nice historical part, and it lies on the river Inn, on a small peninsula that the river Inn is making there. So the town is just lying on this peninsula on a small hill on it. Has a very nice layout there, and it was first mentioned I think in the 12th, 13th century, around that time, and it developed a lot as an important place on a salt route that was going from the Austrian border, from Bad Reichenhall there, from the salt mines there, over Traunstein to Munich further and further. And at first it was they built their castle, and around that castle the town developed and many people constructed there, some nice buildings, some nice medieval buildings, and it's now a really nice place to visit. So if you are here on this road, driving on this road, it's something you don't want to miss, Wasserburg. And I will put some very nice photos from it at the end of the film, in order to see how beautiful it is there, because the road goes around it. The road bypasses the town, and so if you are just driving on this road, on B304 or on B15, you won't see too much, and that's why I'll put you some nice photos at the end. I was there once and really stayed there about half day there. There's so much to see. You can also walk around the inn, around the peninsula. Peninsula has just a small strip of land that unites the peninsula with the land around it. A very nice setting there. We are not far from it, from Wasserburg, just less than 10 kilometers. Like I said, the town is not so big, so you can access it very fast from the national road. Parts of it now, actually. Parts of Wasserburg. An industrial area that's on the hill. The town is in the valley of Inn, and now we are on a terrace above the valley. About I think 40-50 meters over the valley. junction here in Wasserburg between two main national roads. So here is intersection between B304, the road where we are now driving on, and the main national road B15 that goes from Rosenheim over Wasserburg to Landshut and further on to Regensburg. We have not yet reached the intersection, but it's like 1 or 2 kilometers away. Is called Aibling here. Somehow big industrial complex here. Don't know what they are producing. In Reitmehring, another suburb of Wasserburg. Now go over the B15. The intersection is a little bit further ahead. There's a bridge over it. And here on the right is also the main access to Wasserburg. And like I said, I will put you some nice photos from this very nice little town. And I think I will end the video on the bypass of Wasserburg as I'm driving further. I will film it in another video, also the continuation to Traunstein. And if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like also this video on YouTube and to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss some other 4K driving videos from the nice area I'm driving through. So I have prepared some other nice road tourings video, and that I will post for about twice a week a video. And with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment this video if you have any questions. And with that being said, I'm finishing the video now. I'm saying bye bye to you until the next time. Bye.